Welcome to another edition of The Brash, Sean's View Entertainment, right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. So something that my subscribers and viewers have been wanting me to address for a long time over the last several weeks, and I'm finally going to address it. WWE Hall of Famer Edge joined Chris Jericho for the Talk is Jericho podcast a few weeks ago. An interesting discussion broke out about John Cena, so-called putting himself over Wade Barrett at a past Summerslam pay-per-view event. Now, just to bring you subscribers up to speed, I'm sure some of you, or many of you, already know about this, but I'm here to give my opinion of it, and I look forward to your comments on the matter. Now, here's what was said between Jericho and Edge. It was Team WWE versus Team Nexus at SummerSlam, and the finish boiled down to Edge and Jericho in there, but it was Cena against a couple of them. John Cena wanted to do things a certain way, and we told him, you're wrong. But he did it anyways, and it sucked. And then after he came over to us and said, I should have listened to you, but I wasn't seeing it that way. Now, Edge said to that, I remember, I was like, fine, I'm out of the match by that point. Chris Jericho then says he wanted to get DDT'd on the floor by Barrett, then kick out and beat them both. And you and I were like, that's the dumbest thing. That's just throwing it away for no reason. Edge says they should have gone over because they were so hot. Jericho then says, we were fighting for Barrett to go over, and where's Wade Barrett right now? But may it also be noted that John Cena owned up and said it was a mistake, and that, you know, he didn't see things that way, but it was a mistake, and, you know, John Cena is only human. But now, because of this story, and, you know, let's call it an eye an eye, a tooth a tooth. I want to believe Jericho, I want to believe Edge, but how do we know for sure this is exactly what went down? How do we know for sure if this is exactly what transpired? I mean, are you going to take Jericho and Edge's word for it? You probably will, and you'll probably believe Jericho and Edge, especially seeing John Cena's track record and how he's positioned and how he always wins and how he's Super Cena. Now, because of this story, everybody thinks that every time Cena's in a match that he has all this pull and he has all this leverage and he has all this say and that he's going to win every single match that he is in. He's not going to put anybody over. Everybody's assuming that now John Cena has full control of his character. Well, let me tell you a few things. Cena has put over and made others look very well, from Daniel Bryan to CM Punk to Rob Van Dam, The Rock. Cena has done the job when it was needed. And once again, John Cena is only human. He actually went back up to Jericho and Edge and said, you know what? It was a mistake. I should have seen things your way. At least John Cena was a man to admit that he was wrong. Now, like I said, I'm going to take this as this happened. I'm going to say it happened, all right? I'm going to give the devil his due. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to believe Jericho and Edge. And if this is the case, well, then at that stage, Cena should have listened to Jericho and Edge, seeing how they are so seasoned and they know what to do in a predicament like that. Now, John Cena is blamed for burying Wade Barrett. He's blamed for burying Damian Sandow. He's blamed for burying Ryback. Well, somebody has to get the blame. Somebody has to get the blame, so it might as well just be John frickin' Cena. I want you to understand one thing. This is the only one instance that we know of where John Cena would not do the job for someone else. I want to let that be known right now. This is the one and only time that has been heard of out of a superstar's mouth, and not a reporter or a backstager or the dirt sheets. This is right out of Jericho and Edge. So I will take them on their word. So, okay, John Cena was wrong. I'll admit, yeah, I'm a John Cena fan. I back him. I support him 110% before he was John Cena, okay? But if this is indeed what happened, and this is legitimate, this is 100%, well, then this is the only first and only time that we know where Cena didn't want another star to go over. He put over Daniel Bryan clean at SummerSlam. He put over CM Punk clean numerous occasions. He's put over The Rock. I mean, you know, John Cena is a former WWE champion multiple times. So that means John Cena has lost the title multiple times, which means whether, it doesn't matter how the job got done, all right? But there's this feeling now that John Cena buries everybody. And just because, and this is just the story, this is just what the IWC wanted to hear to fuel the fire. This is what you love to hear. You know, who knows that Jericho and Edge aren't just feeding the trolls and the people on there that want to believe that Cena has 100% of his character. So you mean to tell me that when Cena goes into a match, he's going to go up to the wrestler backstage? I can almost envision this happening. Not. Cena goes up to anybody backstage. He goes up to anyone on the roster. All right, McMahon's or Triple H or Stephanie or the creative team has said, I'm going to lose this match. But I got to tell you that actually you're going to lose this match. I'm sorry, but as much as Cena may have some kind of pull or say in who's going to win and who's going to lose, I can guarantee you right now that John Cena does not have the final say. I don't know why John Cena had the final say on this issue. I don't know where Vince was. I don't know where Triple H was. Quite frankly, I don't know where Stephanie McMahon was. Like I said, this story doesn't seem like it's adding up. It doesn't seem like it's right, because why are the wrestlers choosing who's going to win matches? Can you now just level with me for a second? I leveled with you, so let's level back here. What kind of, do you understand how much backstage drama and antics and outrageous blow-ups there would be backstage if John Cena goes up to Jericho or Edge or any other two competitors go up and they say, no, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, we're going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to get the pin. No, I'm going to get the pin. Can you imagine the disruption, the eruption? I mean, it's my view that, in my opinion, I was under the assumption that creative or Vince or Stephanie or Triple H, they're in charge of who wins. It's predetermined. We already know this. But little did I know that the wrestlers say, well, I'm going to win this match. Well, what did Wade Barrett think about that? And, of course, at the end of this whole thing, they said, well, where's Wade Barrett now? Well, where's Wade Barrett now is Barrett actually is becoming relevant once again with this bad news Barrett gimmick. But let's go back to Damien Sandow. Everyone's saying that John Cena buried Damien Sandow. You kidding me? John Cena made Damien Sandow look like $1 million. Damien Sandow destroyed John Cena that night. Yeah, Damien Sandow lost the match in the end, but that's John Cena's character. He overcomes the odds. He overcomes the obstacles. That's what John Cena is all about. That's what the children look up to. That's who they support. That is their idol. And look at Hulk Hogan. Look at all the years he used the same comeback over and over and over. Hogan would get beat down the entire match, and he would mount a comeback, and the last 3 minutes of the match would be all Hogan. This is nothing new. This is the same dynamic in the WWE. You're acting like that John Cena is the only superstar that could pull off this gimmick. This has been done before, and it will be done again. Look at the Ultimate Warrior. He never had, he mounted that big comeback. He would get his ass kicked, and all of a sudden, here comes the Warrior coming back. His matches were actually less stellar than Hogan's and John Cena's, if you ask me. So, like I said, once again, this is just the story that the internet wanted to hear. Oh, we knew it. John Cena, he decides who's going to win the matches. He decides who's going to go over. So if this story is legitimate and it's 100% factual, Cena was wrong. I'll admit he was wrong. But once again, this is the one and only time that we know of where Cena had control over who wins and who loses. And in my opinion, I don't think the superstars themselves should have a say in who wins and who loses, because ultimately it comes down to who is behind the company, who runs the company, who runs the ship. Who the hell was running the ship during this match? Seems like it's off to me. Subscribe.